Hi, this is Graham Triggs of CLASS, and I'm here with Research Director Paul Hess, who's here to talk about the CLASS Report Smart Pump EMR Integration 2013. Not easy, but worth the effort. Paul, tell us a little bit about the report.
So this has been a fun report to work on. I was heavily involved with this from the beginning to the end, and this is a topic that is really taking up a lot of mind share for pharmacists across the country. So in this report, we decided to take the approach of going and finding all of the live sites in the country who have Smart Pump EMR integration, which ended up being 9 healthcare organizations, and talking not only with their pharmacists, but also someone from nursing and someone from IT to get a well-rounded perspective on how well this is going, any lessons that could be learned from their experience doing this.
So what were some of the findings?
What we found is, first and foremost, the reason everyone wants to get into this is for patient safety, to make patients safer. And what we found is that it is as good as advertised, that it is making patients safer. Those who have this are able to report big returns to that end. We also were able to get an idea of what vendors are able to accomplish this and what's going on there as far as momentum.
And what surprised you?
Well, frankly, what surprised us the most was to see that it was an EMR vendor, not a smart pump vendor, that was really driving this. It was Cerner that's out in front of everyone and driving this integration with all the major pump vendors, B. Braun, Baxter, Hospira, and CareFusion.
Wow, sounds like a really interesting report. So what impact is it going to have on providers who are thinking about getting into that space?
Well, the adoption of this has been slow. Last year when we did this report, we highlighted on our Smart Pumps report, and there were, at the time, 15 contracted sites for this. A year later, only 9 had gone live. This year, there's about 54 that are contracted. And time will tell to see how many more go live by this time next year.
That sounds really interesting, Paul. So what impact does this have on providers thinking about getting into the space?
That's really why we wanted to do this report, was to help those who haven't made that transition yet, which is the vast majority of the country, and highlight what vendors are doing in this space, who is able to do this integration, what functionality that includes, what EMR vendors are able to do this, as well as smart pump vendors. I think we were able to pull some things that will help providers as they evaluate this.
That's a great synopsis. What if people want to find out more?
They can go to www.classresearch.com to download the report, or come listen to a webinar on August 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Great. Paul, thanks so much for taking the time to explain a little bit about the report, and thanks to everyone listening for joining us. My name's Graham Triggs, and just a reminder, if you do want to get a copy of that report, you can go to our website. Again, that address is www.classresearch.com. You can also register for the August 28th webinar on the website. Thanks so much for joining us.